welcome to All Saints Catholic School e-learning. The big idea we will be looking at in sociology today is objectivity and values in sociological research. So, by the end of this video, you will have an understanding of what objectivity and values mean and how they apply to sociology. So, what are objectivity and values in sociology? The argument for values is that everyone has values. That's your beliefs, opinions, prejudice on all kinds of topics. These values that we have are influenced by many factors. That can include our class, our gender, our ethnicity, how we were brought up, and any experiences that we've had in our life. Think about what you have values on. Do you have opinions on politics? Do you have a preference to whether you prefer Conservatives or Labour? Where do those preferences come from? Do you have an opinion on taxes? Do you have a value put on whether poorer people should be taxed or not? Think about your values on how you think society should be run. Do you think that it's correct at the moment? Any opinions that you have been influenced by all those factors I've mentioned, and these are your values. But how does that link to objectivity? Given that sociologists are members of our society and they're human, can we actually trust that when they do research, it's objective and they haven't included any bias? Are they unaffected by their own values? What we need to look at is whether sociologists' research can ever be value-free. That is, to be free from contamination or distortion by their values. And why are we even interested in this? The problem is, some sociologists argue it is possible. We can be value-free. Others argue that because sociologists are human, it's impossible. Some even go further and say that actually it's desirable to use your own values, because then you can improve society through your work. It's something called committed sociology. So, we need to have a look at the different sides of the argument, okay, so that you can answer a 20-mark question. Firstly, you have the classical thinkers, such as Comte, Durkheim and Marx, who postulate that it is possible to be value-free. As you can see, Comte and Durkheim believe that scientific sociology would reveal the one correct society. This gives sociologists a crucial role. Sociologists would be able to say objectively what is best for our society. Marx is similar to Comte and Durkheim as he sees science as helping to deliver the good society. Okay, again, what is best for society. On the other hand, a classical thinker like Weber believes there is a difference between value judgments and fact. However, we cannot actually derive one from the other. An example of this might be that research might show that divorcees are more likely to commit suicide. However, this fact does not demonstrate truth in the value of the judgment that some people make. So some might argue, therefore, that we should make divorce harder to obtain. Weber would argue that this is someone's value they have placed on divorce because of the fact. It is hard to distinguish between the two. However, as you can see, Webb did believe that values can help guide a researcher to what they should study. They are used to help us interpret data. And finally, he did argue that sociologists are also human beings. So we mustn't dodge the moral issues that your work raises by hiding behind something like objectivity. Finally, some sociologists argue for something called committed sociology. This is where sociologists should not only spell out their values, like Weber recommends, but they should openly take sides. The idea is to not have values in research would be, one, impossible, because either the sociologist's own values or those of their paymasters are bound to be reflected in their work, or secondly, it's undesirable, since without values to guide research, sociologists are merely selling their services to the highest bidder. Okay, so great work. You now have a secure understanding of objectivity and values and what they mean and how they apply to sociology. Please now search for the Working It Out video to help you understand this big idea and how this links to your studies.